Hello humans. I think it's no secret that IKEA furniture is boring in the best of cases. I have the set of nightstands that I want to turn into something a bit more interesting. The idea is to etch a laser design, yes we're going to shoot lasers, into the front of the drawers, add brass inlay, exchange the base. It's only my second base, I'm planning something complicated because of course why wouldn't I? So especially important, I need to get all the finish off the drawers because if I shoot it with lasers and there's still some finish on here, I'm likely setting the house on fire. So let's try to avoid that, shall we? And also there's a couple of damages. The inside of the drawers is not in fantastic condition. I'm going to exchange those as well. So, and the kicker is I need to finish all of that in the next 2 weeks. So let's get to it. Oh, and one last thing. I'm planning to install a secret compartment for my snacks. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to give one to my husband as well, so let's keep that our secret, shall we? They decided to nail this side in. How annoying. There we go. So I've made a rather annoying discovery about IKEA. I have sanded and stripped the top of the drawers, and then I wanted to do the side pieces. But upon further inspection, after sanding, I realized this texture is very, very strange, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why until I took a closer look. And you can see potentially that this looks different. So that is actually plastic and not wood veneer. So learn something new. So let's continue. Well, at least the edge banding is sufficiently thick. But I'm removing it just to have a clean edge. We'll get back to that in a few hours when it's dry, sand off the excess and see if we need to do some more patching. If I may say so, I just had a genius idea. Initially the plan was to cut this off so that I could attach my new base here, because obviously I need something to attach my legs to. So rather than cut this off, I'm going to turn this inside, but now I have two flat surfaces to which I can attach my board, glue it on and screw it in, and then have an actually solid base. Yay! Remember my genius idea from earlier where I said I'd turn this horizontal and I will fit a plate underneath where I can attach my base to? Well, I got my plate cut, but as it turns out, IKEA doesn't measure so straight. So rather than being 1.5 centimeter, it is 1.6 on one side, 1.4 on the other. And while you might assume that that doesn't make much of a difference, it does a lot. So instead what I have decided, I cut out both pieces. I have glued this piece into the sides. I'm going to get L brackets to support it. I will attach them here from the inside, but I need to get them tomorrow. And then I will attach the legs to that, but my design had to change because of it, so we'll make the best of it. Let's get to it. clean cut line on the front. And that's the back side. This thing is wildly terrifying, but also pretty cool. What a roller coaster this day has been. Remember I said I couldn't cut those short of the template myself? Well, these are the ones that I had sent to the carpenter to be cut. And then I realized I only cut 4, even though I need 8, because I have 2 dressers, not just 1. And then I came to the conclusion, fuck it, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to attempt it myself. And may I just say, me and my measly little jigsaw have done a pretty good job. And also, we cut a 90-degree angle, which the carpenter didn't. So here we are. Now I'm gonna just fix a little bit here and there, where my jigsaw, inevitably didn't do a perfect job, but damn near close. Step 1. I want my stain to be very dark, so I'm going to apply several layers of this black tea concentrate. What I'm doing is staining everything with ferric acetate, also called black vinegar. It's a concoction of steel wool and vinegar, as the name says, and it reacts with the tannins in the wood. Obviously, pine doesn't have a huge amount of tannins in it, and to increase the amount of tannins, you brew a black tea that is very intense and very strong, and you apply a couple of coats of that beforehand. Make sure that you let it properly dry and absorb, and then you can watch the magic unfold. Making a mess.
So the Snapmaker, is it worth picking one up for your workshop? As a compact machine, it should be a good option for a space-constrained hobbyist. It's got a CNC router, a 3D printer, and a laser engraving module all in one package. The hardware is actually quite good. The software, however, is pretty bad, especially for a machine that is marketed as an approachable tool and not a project machine like an awful lot of other 3D printers. If you're expecting a machine that just works and lets you focus on your projects, sadly, despite its premium price point, this is not it. Over the years working with this machine, I've encountered a whole raft of annoying issues that have cropped up. They tend to come and go as the software gets updated and changed over time, so a workflow that previously worked really good suddenly stops working. Some of the stuff that you'll encounter are the laser getting turned on at 1% power, drawing black lines all across your work material, ruining it, or the head slamming into the work bay, damaging the linear motors, or the camera running out of memory when you're working on a dark surface and refusing to start any of your jobs. A lot of this stuff comes, a lot of this stuff goes, but by and large, I've never had a single project other than 3D printing be a simple fire and forget job. Overall, the software lets this machine down really badly, and it's just not worth the money that you pay for this compared to 3 independent machines.
So when lasering, we had a little hiccup and we reversed the image by accident. So I went to the carpenter and I had him cut a new groove, which also obviously now means that my holes are out of alignment. So I'm going to re-drill here so that I can attach dowels to this and still open my drawer. Well, my good carpenter friend has not sewed very straight. remember my plan of adding a little compartment? Well, I built a little box and I'm going to just have it on a set of rails. I have shims so I can install these to be even. So I'm just going to do this here and on the other side. And then we have a little boxy. As I said, I haven't yet decided if my husband gets one as well. I double and triple checked everything and marked my drill guide very well so I can hopefully not make any mistakes now. Whew, that's not stressful at all. I can 100% confirm that I'm so glad I'm ambidextrous, because otherwise this would be incredibly hard. It already is pretty hard, but ah well, here we are. Comes to here.